My name is Tanis Coralee Leonhardi. Tanis Leonhardi. This is my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. And this is my take on the Sofia Thøgersen 1 mile run. Time of 4 minutes 29.31 seconds from 30 January 2024. I'm filming this Thursday, 8 February 2024. So in the last 10 days, this woman achieved this time. So she is of Denmark and she competed in the 1 mile run race indoor track at the Czech Indoor Gala in Ostrava, Czech Republic. Time of 4 minutes and 29.31 seconds in the final on Tuesday, 30 January 2024. With her time, she achieved a personal best time, a Denmark national record by 7.35 seconds, and 6th place. I provide my take/perspective on her performance and contextualize it in terms of choosing what countries to compete in versus choosing what competitions to compete at. So it was a very, very fast time. Out in January, dropping over 7 full seconds off the national record for the country she was representing, Denmark. And with it a personal best time. In 6th place. And there were a lot of fast Ethiopians kind of at the top kind of thing. And then there were other Europeans. And then thinking through running competitions for me, Tanis Leonhardi, to compete at, would I rather go to a country and compete against those people, no matter, let's say, any competition we're talking about, any caliber? So, like, if they're that much faster than me, that might not even be an option, right? Versus competitions to compete at. So some competitions are fixed venue. So in that sense, that'd be a collision of choosing both what countries to compete in and what competition to compete at. So fixed venue means it stays in the same place every time. So if somebody wants both a competition and a place, that's one way to do it. Or if they're looking for a certain place, right, they can choose a fixed venue location. But it could also be something smaller scale in choosing a country. So like, let's say I really want to run in Nigeria. Do they have Nigerian national championships? And it might not be a certain city in Nigeria every time, but it might be in the country of Nigeria. So a country of competition allows for diversity in choosing, right? It could be a fixed venue competition, or it could be a rotating competition that stays within a certain country. And then that in contrast or comparison to, which I've already done a little bit, competitions to choosing what competitions to compete at. So it could be fixed venue, which then might align with the choosing what country to compete in, or it could be rotating venue, which means it changes its location. And so if somebody wanted to make a staple, every year they want to compete, or every year I want to compete at a certain competition and it's only held once a year, kind of thing, then if the location changes, I don't really get a say in where I compete, right? So there's a downside with that if there are places that a person does not necessarily want to go, and then that competition, let's say there's places I don't want to go, and that competition is going to be hosted in a place I don't want to go, or do not feel safe going to, then that is removed from my competition schedule, I think, which might actually be a good thing to have, right? In some ways, it opens up the possibility of entering a new competition, kind of thing is, and especially, right, it could be just that one edition that's hosted in a place where I don't feel safe going, or it could be the entire competition if it goes to a place where maybe there's a history of those people attacking like my people, like, kind of thing, right? So I go, okay, yes, it's just one edition, but for me that brings, right, potentially like ancestral trauma kind of thing. So maybe I just drop that competition entirely because they've decided to host it in this one location, kind of thing. So there's different thought processes there that can align, right? These don't have to be separate decisions. They can be joined. However, there are two things to think about. And this came to mind with this particular race, this performance, specifically this performance, because I'm part Scandinavian, and Denmark's, in my experience, lumped with Scandinavia, included in Scandinavia, and she's competing in the Czech Republic. And I'm like, it's a different location. Kind of thing. Yeah. So, and it's a Czech Indoor Gala, right? So it's in the Czech Republic. But yeah. How does a person choose that? I guess it's got spurred by this particular performance. So this is my take on the Sofia Thøgersen 1 mile run, 4 minutes 29.31 seconds, 30 January 2024. I'm Tanis Leonhardi. It's my YouTube channel, Tanis Leonhardi. Thank you for joining me.